Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another 13. Yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll run with Jackson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. More from L.A. in a moment. On the carry, it's Jackson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. On first down, it's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now Darnold uses the stiff arm. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to throw, Darnold. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Darnold from the gun. Caught outright by Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But it's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Yetur Gross-Matos able to get in there and drop him behind the line. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
That's Isabella open on the right side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Jackson, touchdown, Chargers. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now left side on the swing pass, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fletcher. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On 2nd and inches, Darnold. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That caught by Tremble. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It completes it once more to Anderson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Darnold from the red zone now. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Darnold to throw again. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, Andy Isabella. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert going deep here for Allen. A big play there just before halftime. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now Jackson. And he's brought down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, this is Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Thomas. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
On second down, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They run on first down with Jackson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA. Sports. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 1st down, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Again, Darnold. And this one is incomplete. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now it's Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good. The Charger drive about to get going.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a dump off here complete. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now Herbert following the turnover. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefit.
And Darnold, he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 27, Darnold. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Caught left side, Williams. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert has it knocked free, and the Panthers have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking that. This one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Kelly to try to punch it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good balance.